Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of Saudi Arabia's leading companies, Saudi Basic Industries Corporation. Let us know this company in a much better way. SABIC, Saudi Basic Industries Corporation, is a diversified manufacturing company active in chemicals and intermediates, industrial polymers, fertilizers and metals. It is the largest public company in Saudi Arabia as listed in Tadawul, but the Saudi government still owns 70% of its shares. Private sector shareholders are from Saudi Arabia and other countries of the Six Nation Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC). SABIC is the largest company in the Middle East. SABIC is currently the second largest global ethylene glycol producer and is expected to become number one after the introduction of these new projects. SABIC is the third largest polyethylene manufacturer, the fourth largest polyolefins manufacturer and the fourth largest polypropylene manufacturer. SABIC is also the world's largest producer of monoethylene glycol, MTBE, granular urea, polyphenylene and polyether imide. In 2008, SABIC was ranked number 4th in the world by Fortune Global 500. By 2009, SABIC also improved its position to become the world's 186th largest corporation. 1 year later, in 2010, SABIC has grown to be the second largest diversified chemical company, first when measured only by asset value. Measured over all branches, it's now the world's 94th largest corporation on the Forbes Global 2000 ranking with sales revenues of $50.4 billion, profits of $6.6 billion and assets standing at $90.2 billion. The company is based in Riyadh and has interests in 17 affiliated companies which range from full ownership to significant partial participation. The Saudi Basic Industries Corporation. SABIC was founded in 1976 by royal decree to convert oil byproducts into useful chemicals, polymers and fertilizer. SABIC's founding transformed the small fishing villages of Jubail on the Persian Gulf and Yanbu on the Red Sea into modern industrial cities. Production in 1985 was 6.5 million tons. 5 years later, production rose to 13 million tons and by 2003, production had risen to 42 million metric tons. SABIC employs above 30,000 people globally and has 60 manufacturing and compounding plants in more than 40 countries. SABIC's manufacturing network in Saudi Arabia consists of 18 affiliates. Most of these are based in the Al Jubail industrial city on the coast of the Persian Gulf. 2 are located in Yanbu industrial city on the Red Sea and 1 is in the eastern province city of Daman. SABIC is also partners in 3 regional ventures based in Bahrain. SABIC is a market leader in key products such as ethylene glycol, methanol, MTBE and polyethylene. The Saudi Iron and Steel Company HADEED, based in Al Jubail, is one of the world's biggest fully integrated producer.
For several decades, Saudi Arabia had been flaring off crude oil-associated gases at oil wellheads. In the 1970s, the kingdom decided to capture these hydrocarbon gases, including the vast amount of their own natural gas resources, by establishing a master gas system, or MGS, that would deliver the gases for use as fuel and raw material to make value-added industrial commodities. It would be done through a chain of basic large-scale industries located close to these resources. Once a courageous vision, SABIC is now an economic fact. Created in 1976 by royal decree, Saudi Arabia has created a world-class petrochemical giant.
SABIC is composed of 6 strategic business units and a manufacturing group. These are chemicals, polymers, performance chemicals, fertilizer, metals and innovative plastics and plus manufacturing. In July 2002, SABIC commenced operation in Europe after the $1,983 million acquisition of the petrochemicals business of Dutch group DSM, SEP. SABIC's European subsidiary produces over 2 MMT of polymers and over 5 MMT of basic chemicals, employs over 3,000 people and has 2 major manufacturing locations in Geleen in the Netherlands and Gelsenkirchen in Germany. SABIC became the 11th largest petrochemicals company in the world. That purchase signified SABIC's intent to expand and become a true global company. In 2004, the value of SABIC shares listed on the Saudi stock market increased 170%, while its net profits increased by 112% from 2003 to 2004. In 2005, SABIC was the Middle East's largest in terms of market capitalization and most profitable publicly listed non-oil company, the world's 11th largest petrochemical company, ranked 331 on the Fortune Global 500 for 2005, second largest producer of ethylene glycol and methanol in the world, third largest producer of polyethylene, and overall the fourth largest producer of polypropylene and polyolefin. Standard & Poor's and Fitch Ratings claim SABIC to be the world's largest producer of polymers and the Persian Gulf region's largest steel producer for 2005 and assigned SABIC A corporate credit rating. That same year, Bloomberg ranked SABIC as the 13th largest company in the world in terms of market capitalization. At the beginning of 2005, it exceeded SAR 375 billion, the equivalent of USD 100 billion, and the second largest by market value outside the US and UK. In June 2006, SABIC established the SABIC Sukuk Company to issue Islamic bonds Sukuk that are estimated to range between SAR 1 billion USD 266.67 million and SAR 3 billion USD 800 million. Net profits of SABIC in 2008 touched SAR 22 billion $5.86 billion, while total assets stood at SR 272 billion, $72.5 billion at the end of 2008, and the value of current assets at the end of 2008 stood at SR 95 billion, $25 billion. Fortune 500 ranking ranks SABIC revenue as of $40.2 billion. SABIC reported preliminary consolidated financial results for the period ended September 30, 2010. Net income for the third quarter 2010 was SR 5.33 billion compared to net income of SR 3.65 billion in the same period last year, an increase of 46%, and compared to SR 5.02 billion for the previous quarter, a rise of 6%. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Saudi Basic Industries Corporation. Hope the information about the company was useful to you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.